Hey guys, what's happening? For today's deck diary, I'm going to go over building Universe 7 and picking between the two leaders. We've got Gohan or the starter deck Vegeta. Now, I'm building this earlier than I thought I might have been able to because I managed to score a heap of the SRs I needed. I got 3 copies of the Goku Divine Presence. I have 2 Gohans and 2 more on the way in the mail, thanks to CTP Gaming. Very good store, good prices, I recommend. And we have 2 starter decks, which will be necessary for both decks because there's a Prize Attack Gohan, I think it's called. It's good in the Gohan deck. So let's crack open these starter decks and see what's in them. Alright, so the leader, obviously. Pretty nice looking leader. You got 2 copies of Kaba. And that's the other thing. If you're new to Dragon Ball and you've never card games in general and you've never bought a starter deck, you generally want to buy 2 copies of a starter deck so you can get playsets of all the cards, because the starter deck exclusive cards only comes with 2 copies. So you got 2 Kabas here. We've got 2 Goku Boost Warriors, Spirit Boost Warriors, 2 Surprise Attack Gohans, 2 Surprise Attack Vegetas, and then we've got some Kabas, Kabas Awakening, and some Negates. We've got some Trunks, some After Images, a lot of 2 overs here. Trunks, Bulma, Transcendent Strike. Is that all you got? Android 18, Steadfast Technique. Yamcha. This is a reprint of Set 10 SR, so it's non-foil. If you didn't manage to get your hands on them back when Set 10 was readily available, now's your chance. And some draft box unisons, very good. Okay, so the question is, are we going to play Vegeta or Gohan? We'll have to read both leaders to see what's what. So Gohan, he's got Warrior of Universe 7, which means he can play any coloured Universe 7 cards, ignoring specific cost. When you use a Universe 7 card in a combo, draw 1 card once per turn. When your life is at 4 or less, or you have a red unison with a specified cost of 2, you may draw a card, switch up to 1 your energy, make sure you got at least 5 or less life, and then flip. And then he's got once per turn. When you use a Universe 7 card in a combo, draw 1 card. Auto once per turn. Spirit Boost 1. When you use a red skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 in a combo, it gets 6,000 combo power for the battle. So that makes it an 11k combo, better than a super combo. It specifies in this instance a red skillless with 2 cost, but it doesn't say that one has to be Universe 7. So Universe 7 for the draw just needs to be a 2 cost vanilla for the 11k combo. Auto once per turn. When one of your red unison cards with a specified cost of 2 is placed in your drop area, choose up to 1 red skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 in your drop area and play it. Now this deck is presumably a bit like Whis from a few sets ago, and I really enjoyed playing that deck, so I think I might enjoy Gohan. Now for Vegeta, we've got when this card attacks, draw 1 card and then it gets 5,000 power for the turn, so it's 15k unawakened. And when your life is at 4 or less, or you have a red unison card with a specified cost of 2 in play, you may switch up to 2 of your energy to active mode, add cards from your life until you have 5 left, then choose one of your red unison cards with Kaba in its name and add a marker to it, flip. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, and then choose one of your red unison cards with a specified cost of 2 and no keyword skills, and it gains double strike for the turn. Once per turn, Spirit Boost 1. When your opponent attacks your red unison card with a specified cost of 2, negate the attack, then choose up to 1 of your unison cards and it gets 6,000 power for the turn. So you're probably not going to want to use this effect on a regular attack at your unison, unless you're desperate for it to get that 6,000 power for the rest of the turn, which will help defend the next few attacks. Hopefully your opponent will sequence wrong and they'll try to attack with a double strike or something first, and then you can use that, and so instead of losing 2 markers you're only losing 1 from the Spirit Boost. Alright, so to be honest, I'm probably going to build both of these decks. I know the premise of this video is which one to choose, but I always enjoy Universe 7 decks, so I probably will build both. But I will probably start with Gohan first. I've got a better idea of how to build it. Vegeta seems to be focused on attacking through unison or powering up your Kaba unison, whereas Gohan is more about comboing and playing with vanillas. Gohan seems more my style because I did enjoy Whis. And I do enjoy, it's very similar to Launch as well as the combos work. Like I mentioned before, these starter deck Gohan cards, Surprise Attack Gohan, comes with the Vegeta deck, but I would say you'd want to put him in the Gohan deck. He's kind of like a mono red arrival card, if you will. So instead of comboing a red and a green, you combo 2 red, and then you can play him through Activate Battle. Basically a rival without the keyword skill. And then obviously the Kaba Unison is for the Vegeta deck, so he'll go in the Vegeta deck, and Gohan has the Frieza Unison. As for the other starter deck cards, Goku and Vegeta, you could probably play them in either deck or both decks. I wonder if there's an easier way to get the Goku out, because it costs 4. I'm not seeing one, but haven't read all the cards yet. Okay, so let's talk super combos. If you are relatively new to the game and you haven't got like all the old cards, maybe your only option is to use the sets Tians. They're pretty basic. They're just when your life is at 4 or less, this you can draw a card. If you can get your hands on them, we have the old theme box 1 Backbone of Universe 7 Son Goku. It's the same, except you can do it at 5 or less life. Just that little bit extra ability to it. Through testing, you might find you'd rather use the set 11 Raditz super combo, or maybe is there a rare super combo from this set? I'm not sure. So secret rares. Both decks are in theory red decks, unless you do something creative. So the options that I have available to myself: Frieza Army Reborn, and I've got Gohanks, and potentially we could play Awakened Power, depending on how you build the deck. Because Gohan has Warrior of Universe 7, so he can play any colours. Vegeta doesn't, but that doesn't mean he has to be mono red. With Universe 7 decks, you have a lot of options available to you because they've done Universe 7 a few times now. There was Set 9 Universe 7, there was Draft Box Universe 7, Theme Box Universe 7. So there's a pretty big card pool as far as keeping it Universe 7 centric. You use Master Roshi Forged to Will for a negate. In Gohan, definitely. In Vegeta, only if you splash yellow. Same deal with his Draft Box Blue version. You can also use these Gokus to search. If you have blue energy, you'll need blue energy even if you are running Gohan. You could run Tournament of Power in it just for that little scry. Look at the top 3. Now, as for playing Awakened Power, one way we could do it is go Rival Seeker into Energy Explosion and then evolve on top of that. These are just options available to me because I didn't pull the Goku and Frieza secret rare. I don't have Apex or Power either. So let's take a look at this deck list. It's very similar in a sense to what I did with my Boo video in part 1, where for my first testing, I'm just going to run the cards from the set to see how the intended engine for the deck will run. And then after I get a feel for it, I can start thinking a little bit more creative and put in some other cards, put in your red staples like your Yamcha Merciless Barrage. Now, as for Vegeta, I'm not quite sure where to start yet, so I haven't made a deck list for him. I might even just slap together the 2 copies of the starter decks and see how that feels and sort of work out what the deck's idea is and then move on from there. See what I think. Vegeta has more room for creativity because you got the Unison engine, and then what you can probably do anything. I might try splashing blue and see if I can get Awakened Power out that way. So I'm off to do a little bit of testing now and see what I can come up with. Tune back in next time and see what I built. See you then.